Hello, welcome to Tae Kwon Do training. I'll be your instructor for today's show, Bob Lemire. What I like to do on today's show is some footwork, maybe some blocks with the footwork, and then counters with some kicks. All right? Especially in martial arts and fighting, boxing, almost any kind of fighting style. You have to have balance in footwork. You have to have some kind of footwork. If not, and you're not moving around, and you don't pick up speed with some footwork, you're going to get hit by someone who's just maybe a little better than you, or someone, maybe even get lucky. But if you have good footwork, good balance, what's going to happen is your opponent's going to have a hard time getting you. You're going to be setting yourself up for some good technique. Okay? If they do hit you, and I'm going to show you, if someone hits you and you have good footwork, you're not going to get hit as hard. You're going to be going with the flow, all right? And as I talk to you, every week, and some people say, "Wow, you never stop moving." Like even now, I'm talking. I try to stay limber. I try to keep everything nice and loose. And even as I'm talking to you on the show, you can see me moving around, keeping loose, and I'm always my knees are always kind of bent. I've always kind of keep myself loose. That's good practice. So now, if you're outside on the, anywhere. Just keep moving around, or just keep nice and loose. You don't have to stand still this way and get all tight. Stay loose. Always stay loose. Then your body gets used to that. All right? And looseness, your body being loose, and footwork, and your blocks and your kicks all go together. All right? So you want to stay as loose as possible and relaxed as you can. Even though you might be a novice, beginner, and a lot of times you're tight and you're not sure, just relax, all right? I'm going to show you some moves tonight so that it'll make you relax and show you some good footwork. When we start martial arts, they, traditionally, even today, you start to show all the stances. This is a forward stance. See how rigid and tight this is? Then we used to always have back stances. Back stance used to be the way we fought. We used to fight in the back stance all the time. That's back 45 years ago, 35, 45 years ago. That's how old I am. And you wouldn't think of fighting any other way. Then all of a sudden, as Tae Kwon Do was evolving into the Olympics, the strategy started changing, and all of a sudden, the fighting stance came about. All right, and the fighting stance is just, as I say, almost like walking, but kind of close. See how it's relaxed this way? Shoulder width apart, right? And you can move, all right? Where a back stance, you're kind of limited. You're stuck back here. You can fight, and there's many, many great fighters from a back stance still today. Actually, that's how I fought most of my fights when I was younger, was in a back stance. So it took a while for me to get used to the forward stances. I had to evolve with the martial arts myself. So let's go. What we're going to do is, this is more than a basic show tonight. We'll advance it just a little, just so that you can get an idea of some good foot technique we can use. And I'll use basic technique for counters and blocks, okay? I'm going to stay with that fighting stance. Because if you're going to fight on the street or you're going to fight in a tournament, boy, this is the stance you probably want to get in. And as I say, fighting stance this way, right? Look at my feet. A lot of times, once I'm getting ready to go, you're going to see my heels. They rarely want to touch the ground. If they do, it's for a second. And you see the joints, my knee joints, and my hip joints, and my ankles, everything's moving, all right? Even if I'm going to stay still in a fighting stance, all right? So this is a fighting stance. Pretty easy, right? And they say, well, how easy is it? And I say, well, again, we're walking. You're in a fighting stance after every walk. Some people, other martial artists, I don't know if they want to argue with me. Oh, it's not like walking. It sure is. All right, look at, here we go. Now we're in our stance. All right, how else are you going to do it? All right. So, a couple of moves we can do from a fighting stance. One that's pretty easy, and these exercises I'm going to show you, do in a mirror. All right, and it's an aerobic exercise. You're going to get a good workout. You're going to tense most of your muscles, even your stomach muscles, which we love to tense, and get them nice and tight. Right? You start doing this, and you're tensing these muscles, even realizing without, But everything's getting a good workout. If you keep your hands up here and you start moving around, you're getting a full body workout. Might as well go jogging. But when you're jogging, you're just doing the same thing. When you're doing this, you're learning something, especially self-defense. All right, in a fighting stance. All right, so when you're in this fighting stance, look at, and I'm not trying to keep showing you the angles. All right, just stay in the mirror, look at it, and stay in the stance and bounce. You say, well, that's not hard. Of course it's not hard. You're in the, right? See how I come in, maybe move a little, take a little step. And I try to always end up, okay, in that kind of a walking, not long, not too short, something where there's a balance. It's almost like a tripod, all right? If I had another leg here, it'd be a perfect little tripod, and I'd be balanced, all right? So you bounce like this, and you swap. How easy is that? You're here. Now, notice, the minute I start bouncing around, my hands, I'm keeping them down here so that you can, you know, I'm talking to you on the show, so I don't want to talk to you like this. So I'm keeping my hands down a little lower sometimes, and that's not, I'd like you to keep your hands up here, all right? Some people are reading my lips, so I want to make sure they can see this. All right, so here, all right, bounce, bounce, swap, all right, bounce, swap. Pretty easy, all right? All right? That's a workout in itself. Look at it. Now, you want to move forward. So say you're doing a fighting stance, but you're in this stance, and you're just standing there. There's a couple of different ways we can move forward. Each one of them has their own benefits. The more you practice them, the more speed you're going to get. Balance is the thing of when we're moving. When we're moving forward, backwards, to side, or whatever, you want to keep that balance so that you're not, you know, fighting, and all of a sudden you're tripping over your own feet. So everything you're doing in the mirror today is a great workout, plus you're learning balance. The more you do it, the more balanced, the looser you feel, all right? Remember, everything's loose. All right, now, say you want to go forward. Here's one basic, all right? And I call it, for my new students, it's like the waltz, you know? So you're here, and it's step, step, all right? Rat steps, little rat steps. You're here, and it's step, all right? So all it is step, step. You're stepping to the other foot, all right? You step, right? And then you step back. What we want to do is every time we move forward, back, we do not want to lose our balance. And I'm going to say that 20,000 times tonight. Can't lose our balance. Because once you lost your balance, your opponent's right on top of you. So as you do this, as fast as I can, I'm staying in balance, but I'm moving in forward. Even if I went to the side, but I'm not going to do that right now. But from here, right? Now, look at it. That seems like such an easy workout. Do it in the mirror for 10 one side, 10 the other. Watch how you start getting out of breath, especially if you're not in that great shape. If you're in great shape, then go faster and faster and faster. You'll be able to pick up some really good speed. All right? So I'm here, and I swap here, and I swap back. Swap up, swap back. That's pretty easy. And when I say the waltz, it's like step back and step back. You see what I'm saying? Back. All right. So I don't lose your train of thought here, because it's so easy. You're saying, well, what good is that? I mean, you're running back and forth. You're setting yourself up for a kick, or maybe even a punch, or any kind of hand technique, even a block. Right? And when I'm going to do a block, as I'm moving back, someone's coming in, I'm doing a palm block. Palm block is this. And it didn't look like much, but if someone's coming in with a front snap kick or even a front round kick, I can direct it, all right? So I'm here, I'm looking. Now I just did that step, and in the middle of that step, I did a block. I diverted the kick. I'm not even hitting that kick hard. I'm just getting out of the way, because my opponent kind of seizes the moment and figures he's in the right position at the right distance. And sometimes I let him think that. All right, so I'm here. I'm saying, oh, he's looking at me. I says, I know he wants to kick. Here it comes. See how relaxed I made that? My hand's already here. Boom. I can do that really quick. You can do a closed fist. You see me do it with a palm block. Problem is, with new students, you do that and you get kicked, you could break your fingers. What happens is you get advanced and really high in rank, you start feeling comfortable. A lot of times that's not good, but you feel comfortable. You know where the kick is, and you still want to push it out of the way. Now watch, I'm here. All right, step back here. See how I step back? here, step back, and then front round kick. So what I did is I stepped and blocked. Now his whole body, as I blocked, all right, and pushed that kick out, opened up, front round kick, midsection. All right, I'll only do midsection kicks. I try to keep kicks low on the show. Once you start going crazy, people turn you off, says, I don't even want to do that. I keep them nice and low in midsection. You can do that. That's not hard. All right? So here's your exercise. You might only get 3 exercises that you want to do in the mirror because the show goes by fast. We already went through almost 15 minutes. So, all right, I'm here. I'm fighting. Look at you. All right? There's your exercise. So 1, 2. All right? 1, 2, 3. All right? 1, 2, 3. Now, when you're going to throw the kick, 1, 2, 3. As the block goes here, your feet don't touch the ground. All right? So, all right? 1, 2, 3. Boom. The minute you block, you explode. So you're almost bouncing off. You're almost bouncing off your back leg. You're using the momentum. All right? And you practice both sides. All right? So I'm here, hands up. 1, 2. And you get that front round kick. You can do any kick you want. You want it to coincide. You want it to flow. All right? So you go 1, 2, 3. Front snap kick. Pretty easy. All right? So you see how fast I did that? I mean, I'm here. I'm already there. I'm already out of the range of my opponent, his kick. Now he might have moved into my range. All right? So greatest offense is a good defense. You bring your opponent into your area and you make him come after you, you're going to be ready for him for a counter. All right? So, and he's going to be off balance trying to get to you. All right? So if you add a block or he just throws his kick, you throw the front round kick. So you practice that in the mirror. This by itself, right? This by itself, going back or going forward. Now if you were going forward and I did a block and a kick, look at it. Okay? Here, going forward, block, and then kick. When you land after the kick, look at it. I'm ready to keep going. I'm going to land so that I'm going to get back into a fighting stance or keep my balance. I want to keep my body kind of erect and straight up. So that's what we call a rat step, I call it. I like that. Yeah. See a little step. Now, this next one's, watch how easy this is. You're in a fighting stance. All you do is step. You say, wow, that's easy. I'm walking. Of course you are. But you want to pick up speed. Right? And what you want to do is if you're here, you take the step, then you throw a front round kick. All right? So you kind of just take the step. Look at, I'm here, step. All right? I'm here, step. All I'm doing is stepping. All right? But I'm stepping in a fighting stance. I'm not stepping in a long stance. All right? I'm here, I'm looking at my opponent. All right? Here, step. Now I'm charging. I saw an opening, and I'm charging in for that front round kick or front stab kick, side thrust. It wants to be an easy kick so you can get into your opponent's midsection or his high section area. So there you go. There's your next. All right. So we had front round. All right. 1, 2, 3. Rat steps. Single step. 1, 2. See? Okay. 1. You're here. You're fighting. Coming in. So that's easy. As I say, you practice both of those techniques in the mirror. Practice them for about 15, 20 minutes without stopping, 10 minutes without stopping. You're going to be exhausted, and you're going to get a great workout. Then you're going to get fast with your feet. And my example is, and there's different ways of fighting. You have your Mike Tyson way of fighting, just walking in. Then you have your Muhammad Ali or your Sugar Ray Leonard fighting. And they knew that their body type and the way they fought, they knew they probably couldn't handle toe-to-toe with a bull, say like Mike Tyson. But Muhammad Ali would dance, felt like a butterfly, and then he'd sting like a bee. And what he would do for a big man, that's why they weren't used to it. They never saw that before in boxing way back. It was always get in there. He was bouncing around. They try to hit him, and he'd end up blocking them, bouncing around. They're exhausted trying to catch him. They can't catch him. They're getting tired. And he's just waiting and waiting. Then all of a sudden, they throw a punch, boom. Then he'd do it again. That's the way I like to fight in Tae Kwon Do. And when you watch Olympic action and that type, that's how a lot of them fight. A lot of the really good fighters will be in this stance here, all right, and just kind of waiting. A lot of times you see them waiting this way, longer stance and stuff. That's the way they're training. That's not what we're doing tonight, because they're here. And these, you know, when you train 8 to 10 hours a day, you can get away with a lot. I'm trying to show you something where you're only training a half hour a day, all right, so you can get some experience on some kind of. So you can't compare yourself to what you see to high-level martial artists, especially taekwondoists in tournaments. They're in a whole other world. So next one, and this one's kind of easy. It's just a jump. It's just a jump, right? So you're here and you just jump forward, jump back. It almost looks like I'm going rat steps, but my everything's going together. So I'm back here. Look at. Da, da, right? So you go back, da, da. It's together. They both go together, right? I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this rat step. I'm doing a hop, right? Look at. Hop together. Then, now notice each one of these steps that I'm showing you, I'm bouncing back. So after I hop, see how I'm getting myself set up like a chambering a gun. And as I do that, I could block, I could punch. All right, you could do anything you want. I'm just showing you some basic kicks because it's easy. So you practice any kick you want. I'm trying to do a front snap kick and a front round kick, which are easy when you're doing this type of steps. We'll do a reverse round kick. I'll do that the last one, which is or a back kick, which is a lot of advanced, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, so when we have 1, 2, rat step, 1, 2, rat step. Okay, we have step forward, right? Step back, step forward, step back. You just practice that in the mirror, right? You have jump forward, right? Jump back, jump, right? Try. So this time, what we're going to do is the back kick. All right? I'll do a reverse round kick, even better. I'm in that fighting stance, I step back. Right? You know, that one with just one step. I step back. The minute I step back, see how I'm turning my body? I know I'm going to do a back kick. I can feel it. I can see what I want to do. So I'm here. I turn my body so that my shoulder is almost facing my opponent. I don't want to keep my body straight this way. I knew I'm doing a back kick. I want to be halfway there, or a reverse round kick. So I'm here. Once I turn, I never touch the ground. I come up, reverse round kick, come back. Look at, I can do a front round kick. I can do anything you want. Once I do the kick, I come down. So I'm here, ready to go. The minute I land, I got to be ready to go. All right, because if you miss that kick, the back kick or the reverse round kick, if you miss them or they duck or whatever, you might be wide open. So you want to be ready. You don't want to throw that kick and then be here, then get hit. All right, so you want to take this fighting stance, step back. See how I know I'm going to throw it. Step back, throw the kick, get ready. Look at, I'm ready to shoot right off the next kick, which normally you would. You want to throw the reverse round kick unless you hit them, then maybe you wouldn't have to throw another kick. But if you're throwing a reverse round kick and they move back, you can follow up with that front round kick. All right, so all I've done was, I'm here. I'm trying to get the angle. You see me keep turning. I'm trying to get a good angle so you see from different perspective here. Try to land in a fighting stance if you can. Not a long stance. All right? Reverse round kick. All right? And even if I didn't throw another kick, I'm here. I'm here. I'm ready. All right? So those are a couple of good, strong foot technique you can use and bring back a kick. All right? And you want to keep practicing them. All right? From here, swap. Look, here's another one, too, and this will be a little more advanced. You swap here, then you turn, swap, and then go. All right? So what I'm doing is I'm swapping, spin swap, and go. Okay? One. From here. I know I'm going to do that spin swap, so I want to get my body in the direction, on the move this way. Because I know I'm going to spin. So after I do the first one, see how I'm already ready? All right? I'm not spinning here. Now I got a quarter more of a turn because I'm straight. You want to be turned. You know what you want to do. All right? And whether a martial art, you're fighting another martial artist, or you're fighting someone off the street or an opponent, when you do this, okay, and you make your turn, you should be connecting if you've been practicing it. All right? You practice the move a lot with hand technique, or you practice it with a pad, or you want to practice it with a heavy bag. All right? Oh, you're here. And front round kick. Okay. When you want to practice, keep your hands up. And you can use any block you want. The great thing about working on that footwork is you're working with all the muscles in the feet, with your ankles, your calves, your legs. That's strengthening your legs, giving you good core exercises also. All right, hands up. All right, you're moving your upper body. If you're watching in the mirror, or you're going to be hitting someone with the pad, you're looking for direction. You're looking to always, even if you're moving in or out, to be able to hit your target direct on head as you are moving. So you're not just standing here and throwing a kick. You're moving, throwing a kick. Moving side to side, all right? So we can, all right, I'm here, fighting stance. That's how easy that is. All right, so I'm here. And notice I go from my stance to my stance as fast as I can. That's the reason of quick movement for your feet, so that you're always in balance. You move from stance to stance in balance. All right, so I'm here. All right, I don't want to cross too much, because then you're going to be off balance at that point. So it's very quickly, all right, very quickly. All right, so we have the one to the front, all right, then we have the one to the side. That's 4 good, solid footwork that you can do in the mirror. Last one, just hop into the side, right? Just hop, both together, hop together. Nice and easy, side to side to side. And as you hop, you hop, front round kick. Right? So maybe he's there, you're fighting him, he's going to throw an axe kick to your head. All right? You can see the axe kick coming out, and you're moving to the side. All right? He's going to throw an axe kick, and you move to the side. And then, like I said, more you do these exercises, and believe me, like you're watching the show tonight, don't do an hour of these exercises or even a half hour tonight. You'll be sore tomorrow. You'll be walking around like this going, I can't do that again. Do 10 minutes today. Next day or the day after, do 15 minutes or 10 minutes, and work your way up with these exercises. you're going to feel the muscles in your leg work. You're going to wake up the next day, especially if you haven't done them, and the next day it's going to be like, oh my, everything hurts. That's your muscles being used, and that's what you want. You want some kind of pain anyway. So practice these exercises over and over. When you practice the exercises, make sure that you stretch before. Then stretch after, okay, after you work out. Before you work out and after, try to get some good stretches, move your legs around, up and down, just to loosen up, warm them up in the beginning, cool them down when you're done with the workout. By doing that, you're not going to be stiff and then all of a sudden, go out into the cold air, especially in the winter, with tight muscles. You want to keep them loose until you take a nice hot bath or a hot shower, and then, keep your body nice and loose. Because the last thing you want to do is strain a muscle. People always say pull a muscle. Well, I pulled a muscle, and you strained a muscle, because if you pulled the muscle and you pulled it off the joint, you would not be walking, and the pain would be a little too excruciating. You strain a muscle or you tear a muscle. All the same when it comes to pain, I'll tell you right now, except for pulling. If you tore a muscle completely off, there's no pain like that. It's when you strain the muscle or you tear a little muscle, then it takes a while to heal. Then the older you get, the longer it's going to take. If you keep your body nice and loose, nice and warm, okay, you're not going to get these tears as much. And you see them in football. They got to get them a lot because they're going hot, fast, stop fast, which we do in Tae Kwon Do. And if they didn't stretch good before and they're out in the cold weather, everything's getting tighter and tighter, and all of a sudden they're taking one step and it's, So all the time we have in tonight's show, I hope you enjoyed it. Work on some of these exercises. I think you're going to enjoy it, and you're going to get a good workout. Till next time, have fun and train hard.